Okay, hi guys, welcome back to another video, and we have a pretty big update on the tropics. So, let's make a landfall. An 8 just formed right next to the Bermuda, and Grace is currently a depression. But let's go check on Fred. So, Fred is going to have 100% chance of tropical storm force winds. And the wind speed possibilities down here is from Grace. The wind speed possibilities right here is from 8. And also, Fred is going to bring possibly 100% chance of 50 knot winds to Florida. So that's pretty strong. So people who live like right here of Florida, please get prepared, because if anyone lives like in this part of Florida, you guys are gonna get 100% chance of tropical storm force winds and possibly 100% chance of 50 knot winds. And currently no hurricane force winds. They could possibly issue a 10% chance hurricane force winds, but this is your peak surge. So near the Indian Bass, there's going to be 3 to 5 feet of storm surge. That is pretty high there. And currently, they have storm surge warnings here off the coast of Florida. And let's check the arrival time winds. Storm is going to hit Florida probably like right now or in a couple of hours. This is the current cone. Currently there is tropical storm warnings, and the wind history shows that there's tropical storm force winds on Florida right now. And let's go check on Grace and then 8. Okay, so currently Grace is a depression since it on a lot of the islands. And this is the wind speed possibilities of Grace, which is pretty widespread. And currently there's going to be a very active season, just like the Weather Channel said. On August or September, there's going to be very active season. So it's going to be very active season because of Fred is the first storm, 8 is the second storm, or actually Grace is the second storm because it formed second, and then this is the first storm, so we have 3 storms in the Atlantic. And Grace is going to bring some pretty big wind speed possibility impacts. And also, Grace is going to bring 10 to 20% chance of 50 knot winds, but 0 hurricane force winds. These are the current arrival time winds. The storm was actually supposed to go in like this general direction, but instead it's going to go this direction. The models could update and show it could go up this direction and take a steer towards Texas, or just go up here and move across the coast of Mexico and just turn back into the Gulf and curve up to Louisiana and curve all the way up north to the United States where Greenland is, and then go back to the Atlantic and die. And the impacts of the storm. So currently we have a lot of watches for the islands and Puerto Rico. Cuba and Jamaica. You're under tropical storm warnings. Even Texas and Mexico is gonna get impacted by this storm. Okay, let's go check on 8. So 8 will become Henry, I think. Okay, so storm's just gonna spin in a circle. Bermuda's under tropical storm watch. And the wind speed possibilities is very huge. Like, look how big this tropical storm force wind possibility area is. And this area is still going to be a very big 50-knot wind speed possibilities. But currently 0 hurricane force winds. And this is the current loop on tropical storm force winds. So you can see how big the tropical storm force wind speed possibility is. And this is the 50-knot wind speed possibility loop. You can see it kind of gets pretty big. Currently, no hurricane force wind loop. Okay. Okay, guys, so let's go to tropical tidbits and see the models and tracks and model intensity guidance of Fred and Grace and also 8. Okay, guys, currently we're in Tropical Tidbits. And this is Tropical Tidbits channel, and he has a video here. But if we go in current storms, Fred is now a tropical storm with 50-knot winds, gusts Nan. And look at that awesome, perfect satellite imagery. And currently, it's right here in the Gulf. And a lot of the model track shows it's just going to go way up here into the United States and possibly go toward Canada. But the model intensity guidance shows it's going to go straight down to a depression or even die as it moves across the United States. Okay, let's move on to Grace. So, Grace's satellite imagery looks a little organized, but not too organized. This is the watches and warnings track impact. It's about to hit the Dominican Republic. And also the model intensity guidance shows it's gonna go all the way up to a cat 3. Just like in yesterday's video, the model intensity guidance showed Grace was going to become a dangerous, powerful cat 5. And also, Grace is going to become a cat 3 and a potential cat 4. And it's going to move across the islands and hit Mexico or Texas and go to the Pacific. And this small track shows it's going to move across the Caribbean, hit Mexico, and hit Texas or Louisiana, or just go straight toward Mexico and go into the Pacific. And this model shows it's could be strong. And if the model tracks are different colors, that means how low the millibar will be. And right here it shows in the next 120 hours or next 144 hours will either Louisiana as a 980 or 970. Here it says in 120 hours or 144 hours it'll hit Texas as a 980 or 970. Let's check on 8. And 8's just gonna spin around in the Atlantic and go toward Greenland. Go all the way up to a Category 2. And this is the GFS model of Fred. Fred's gonna hit Florida and Alabama as a 995 or 992. And the HWRI model shows that Grace in the Dominican Republic and Cuba and of heavy rain, and then get down to a 992 or 986, then hits Mexico as a 971, and gets into the Gulf as a 973 or a 976. And then the storm gets to a 944. And then the storm just slams into Mexico as a 937. And the storm gets to the lowest millibar of a 928. And gets wind speeds up to 140 knots. And the 10-meter winds show it's going to get up to 110 knots. Yeah, cyclonic vorticity is going to be very strong for Grace. And for Fred, it shows it's not going to be that strong. Then it will just stay very weak and go all the way up into Canada. Then just die in the AI model on 8 shows could hit the Bermuda, become a pretty strong storm, and go toward the Bahamas or Caribbean or Gulf. Mexico, and the GFS shows that Grace is going to move across the Caribbean, go to the Gulf, and hit Mexico. And the CMC model shows that it's going to go into the Gulf and hit border of Mexico or Texas. Just going to the Pacific. The Navigant model shows that could move very fast, strengthen, go across Mexico, and then die. The icon model of Grace doesn't really show that much. and someone's gonna move across Mexico and then die. And that's gonna be the end for today's video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and the next update will be at 1 p.m. Goodbye.